Hi everyone, and welcome back to Cakes, Cooking and More. I'm Marie Lockwood. This is our Halloween special, 7 days of scary treats. So today's recipe is a stabbed bleeding cupcake. So let's see what we need. Okay, so we have 3 cupcakes that we've hollowed out with our quarter. We did these in a previous episode where we emptied them out and we made our fake blood. So I will put a link for that. This is white chocolate ganache that we have dyed to look like blood, and there's a link for that because we've made that before, along with the white buttercream, and there'll be a link for that. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take our cupcakes and we're going to pour our white chocolate ganache inside. In our previous episode we filled them with goo, but it soaks into the cupcake, and that's because those cupcakes were more for children. They're not going to be, real thrilled with really bloody mixture coming out. These are more aimed at adults. And the white chocolate won't soak into the cupcake as much. So we're just going to fill them up. You're probably going to fill them 2 to 3 times, because sooner or later that chocolate will just not go in anymore. So just keep going until they won't take any more, and then we're going to put our tops back on. Okay, now that the cupcakes are all full, it took me about 3.5 times to get them completely full. We're just going to put our tops back on, kind of slip them in there a little bit. Okay, once we have those back on, take our white icing, and I'm using quite a large one this time, but I'm going to put a nice spot in the middle. This is going to help us get a little bit of height out of it, and then kind of go around. Now it looks a little like ice cream on an ice cream cone. Alright, we're going to do all of these this way. You'll see I've actually got a 4th cupcake in the film now. Because I had so much filling, I went ahead and grabbed another one. You just want to make sure that you keep twisting your piping bag and pushing the icing down towards the bottom. Okay, once we've got them all covered, we're going to take, these are made by Wilton. Last time I thought they had been made by Wilton, but they were actually made by another company. So these are little, basically a steak knife. You can find these at like Michael's or Hobby Lobby. I actually was able to find them at my local grocery store in their Halloween aisle. So if you look around, you can find them. There are different ones. There are some that look like hatchets and some that look like, what are those? I can't even think of what they're called right now. We're just going to stick one into the top of each one, basically stabbing our little cupcakes. I want to leave enough out that you can see a little bit of the blade and a little bit of the handle. Okay, once we have those in, we're going to get ready with our fake blood. Now you can do this a couple of ways. You can pour it on top, which gets a little messy. So usually I use a fork. Now we have a fork. Okay, what I'm going to do is mix my fake blood, and then I'm going to let it just kind of drip off my fork. You want it pretty heavy where the knife actually is, and then drip it down the sides. You can do it in different ways. It's pretty versatile, so really you can do pretty much anything you want with it, as much or as little as you like. If you want to go with a blood splatter look, you can do that too by just kind of slinging it around. But as I said, that gets a little messy, so Depends on how much cleanup you want to have to do afterwards, I guess. You can see I'm getting it quite all over the counter. But I do my own cleanup, so as long as I'm willing to clean it up, works for me. Now once I've got them pretty bloody looking, I take my fork. You can just do this if you want to get a little bit of splatter on them. But like I said, I don't like it because you tend to miss the other cupcake and you end up with it all over your counter. I find it easier just to let it drizzle onto my cupcake. And that is all you really have to do to decorate these. Alright, so now that our cupcakes are done, we're going to go ahead and open them up. They are a little bit messy, but what do you expect when they're bleeding? Okay, I'm going to take our knife. We're just going to cut him open. You can see he's kind of bleeding there. Didn't quite get him even, but he is bleeding. So you can see that these are much more adult themed. So I hope that you enjoyed the show today. I'm Marie Lockwood with Cakes, Cooking, and More. Remember to hit the notification button if you would like to see all the days of Halloween. The recipes are in the cookbook right over there and on the website. So I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you again tomorrow.